It's Thursday, May 23rd. Right now on 12 News at 10.
Breaking news in Mesa. Police say a child has died after getting hit by a car. Now they're searching for the person responsible.
A Phoenix VA worker caught in a federal government back and forth over years of back pay. Why he reached out to 12 News to get answers.
And 12 News is dedicated to keeping your family safe around water. Tonight, we've got some water safety tips to help you avoid dangerous situations.
It absolutely can happen to you.
12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
We begin tonight in Mesa, where police are investigating a deadly hit-and-run crash. Sky 12 over the scene near Stapley Drive and Broadway. And tragically, 12 News has learned that a child was killed in that crash. Mesa police now searching for the driver who hit the 7-year-old girl and then fled the scene. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Mark Curtis. Caribe has the night off. Let's get right out to Mesa for the latest on this investigation. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly just got an update from police. And Chase, what are they saying?
Mark, Mesa police told me that little girl was riding her scooter in the driveway of one of these complexes when she was hit by that car and killed. Now, as you can see, police have this entire area surrounded by caution tape as they investigate, still speaking with neighbors at this hour, trying to speak with anyone who may have seen this crash happen and have a description on that car. But let's go ahead and give you a better look at what we're looking at. Sky 12 captured the investigation unfold. We're told it happened at around 6:15 this evening. The driver who was responsible for hitting that 7-year-old girl took off from the scene. Now police are working to get information from people here who saw it happen. We spoke with someone who lives just right down the street from where the incident took place, who told us cars speed through this area all the time. And hearing of this tragedy has them heartbroken for the family of that little girl.
It's sad because I have little sisters too, so it's scary for them. My parents are already telling the girls to not be on the street or anything because that's really scary.
At this time, police do not have a suspect description and are, again, working to find out what kind of car was involved in this hit and run. And a police spokesperson tells me that investigators are really relying on home security footage to get a glimpse of what this car looked like. Of course, as soon as we get that description, we'll be sure to share it on air and online. For now, we're live in Mesa. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thanks. Hopefully someone saw something out there. We're also following breaking news out of Glendale, where fire crews are on the scene of a possible drowning near 59th Avenue and Camelback. Glendale fire officials got a call about a 4-year-old girl who had been pulled from a pool. By the time they arrived, CPR was already in progress. The child was rushed to the hospital, and we are staying in contact with Glendale Fire for the latest on her condition. We'll keep you updated. Tonight, only on 12 News, a Valley man says he is caught in the middle of a back and forth between two federal agencies over years of back pay owed to him. After nearly 3 years of getting the runaround, he reached out to 12 News for help. 12 News journalist Jonathan McCall is live outside the VA hospital tonight in Central Phoenix with the latest details. Jonathan?
Hey, Mark. 73-year-old David Stevenson says he was fired by the VA in 2017, sued to get his job back in 2021, along with years of back pay. But he says since returning back to work, he has not received a single dollar from the federal government, and it's money he says he needs in order to retire and to take care of a son now fighting to beat brain cancer. Dave Stevenson has been on a mission to help America's veterans.
I enjoy the team I work with.
He currently works at the Phoenix VA Medical Center.
I came back to work at the VA hospital in January of 2021.
But since returning, the 73-year-old Air Force veteran has been caught in a federal government back and forth. In 2017, Stevenson says he was unjustly fired from his job after 13 years of helping homeless veterans. In 2019, the Federal Labor Relations Board sued the VA to get his job back, but it would take until 2021 before he would start work.
Right, the mandate was that I should receive back pay with interest.
But he says in that time, he hasn't received a single dollar.
There's a lot of finger pointing going on, and nothing's happening.
So who's responsible? The Department of Veterans Affairs is the agency that Stevenson works for, but it's the Defense of Finance and Accounting Services, or DFAS, who's responsible for making sure Department of Defense workers are paid. Neither agency giving 12 News a clear answer when we reached out for comment. The VA saying, quote, "We're working directly with DFAS to help resolve this matter as soon as possible." But DFAS had a similar statement saying, quote, "We're looking forward to working with Mr. Stevenson and the VA to assist and resolve the issues." When was the last time someone from DFAS or the VA contacted you?
It's very interesting is DFAS has never contacted me. My communications have always been with the VA.
Stevenson says the money would allow him to finally retire to make memories with his wife and their 16 grandchildren, while at the same time providing medical care for their 35-year-old son, now fighting brain cancer.
I'm looking towards the sunset of my life. I'd like to move on, but I've been recommended by my lawyer to stay in the game, to keep my foot in the VA, so they don't just forget about me.
Jonathan, it's hard to believe this guy served our country honorably. Any idea how long this could take to finally get resolved?
And that is the hard question, Mark. He really is at the mercy of the Department of Defense and DFAS for whenever they decide to process that back payment to him. He says that he has been in contact with a number of agencies, even reaching out to Senator Mark Kelly's office for help as well. We're live tonight in Central Phoenix. Jonathan McCall, 12 News.
Hopefully someone will get him the help he needs. Jonathan, thanks. New tonight, the city of Chandler is taking steps to combat teen violence, officially passing 2 ordinances aimed at stopping incidents before they happen. One of those newly approved ordinances revolves around banning brass knuckles for teens. It would make it illegal for a juvenile to possess, sell, or gift knuckles of any kind of metal. The other ordinance would increase the punishment for hosting an unruly gathering, with additional punishment if crimes occur at that gathering. The new laws are set to take effect June 24th. There's a new wildfire burning southeast of the valley tonight. State forestry officials say the dot bug fire is burning about 11 miles south of Florence along the side of State Route 79. Officials say it's moving quickly through grass and brush, and so far has burned 150 acres. Crews are attacking the flames from both the ground and the air right now, and we're told the fire is already 60% contained. Meanwhile, crews continue to make progress on the Wildcat fire burning just north of Rio Verde and east of Carefree. That fire has burned more than 14,000 acres, but is now 64% contained. Also tonight, Bartlett Dam Road is back open after being shut down for several days due to the fire. Earlier today, we spoke with a co-owner of Bartlett Lake Marina who had to shut down for most of last weekend, and now he's ready to go for a busy Memorial Day weekend.
Of store sales, candy bars, ice, beer, pop, all that stuff sat on the shelves. But, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and, I'll tell you what, these hotshot and the firefighters with the Forest Service are unbelievable.
They really are. That area is still under Stage 1 fire restrictions, meaning that visitors to Bartlett Lake can't start any kind of a fire or smoke outside. Let's check in with meteorologist Ginger Jeffries for a first look at the forecast. And Ginger, our weather, unfortunately, is creating some perfect conditions for wildfires, hot and dry.
Unfortunately, that's this time of the year. Even though we're not dealing with the extreme heat like we do in the summer, in spring, we are seeing warm conditions, but the biggest impact is the dry air and, of course, the wind. The main heating complex is really on the southwestern side of the state, as we've got a little bit of activity coming our direction. The latest fire near Florence, I wanted to give you some updated information. It's dry. It's on the warmer side at 77 degrees, but thankfully, the winds are staying low, only at about 5 miles an hour. So right now at 88 degrees outside, we're getting temperamental wind conditions. We do have some double digits right now out of the west at 13 miles an hour, but look at what happens tonight. The winds are really going to lay down in about the next hour. That's setting the stage for the pressure to relax and allow in a little bit of moisture. Enjoy that because numbers are turning around rapidly. I've got daytime highs well above the normal range in the century mark starting on Memorial Day. Details coming up in a couple minutes. Mark?
All right, Ginger, thanks.